Yes, Sank, you'll be telling me about your education and work experiences that you had.
Sure, sir. So I hail from Mathura. I've done my schooling from Mathura itself, from Kendriya Vidyalaya Mathura Kent. And in 2016, I did my graduation from Indira Gandhi National Open University. It was a Bachelor in Commerce. And in 2018, I got this opportunity to work with online insurance service provider PolicyBazaar.com. There I worked for a span of 1.5 years as a sales consultant. And my target started as a from 50,000. And in a span of 1.5 years, I took it to 7 lakhs. Apart from this, I took a break last year for my MBA preparation and test. And currently, I'm also working with NDT Technologies as a relationship manager, sales. We are dealing in MSME sectors and providing business loans.
Okay, so Sank, so you've done your graduation from IGNO, which is kind of open university. And what do you miss? Uh, do you know what was the difference between regular and open university?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I miss a lot of things, and I'm that's why I'm planning for a regular masters as well. So if I just pointed out the things that I missed in a open university, first was the exposure. I was not able to connect with the teachers, learn with my peers. Second was the internship opportunities that are provided and the events and the campaigns that are leaded by the teachers and the HODs of uh, the normal universities.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when you talk about the education, can you tell me the Indian education scenario, or just talk about the comparison between old education policy and new education policy? So you need to differentiate with 5 points.
Sure, sir. So first point, if we talk about it was a high time that it was needed, the new education policy, because in last 35 years, there was no uh, change or revolution in the education policy. The first thing that I like about, or which is better than the previous education policy, is the flexibility that it provides. So in this education policy, if a student who is studying economics or if a person who is studying science, he can take the vice versa subjects, so he can explore his own self in 11th or 12th standards where it is the peak time of the learning. Second thing is if we talk about the exposure it can provide for the students who are coming from a very rural areas, they can get the opportunity to learn the new subjects which are related or unrelated to their streams. Third thing, if we talk about uh, like it will be also applying on the universities and the graduation and post graduation. So there, the the universities and the college will be having more power. They can just amend their the old curriculum, and they'll be able to just move theoretically to practical case-based studies learning. These three things that I can think of right now.
Okay. So Sasank, since you have studied from IGNO and you also know that you had missed lot many things which you could have gained as an exposure or experience if you would have done your graduation regular, and you also have experience in policy bazaar where you were actually were in business domain, business development profile. Okay, so how do you think that you are fit for or you are eligible for the HRM course? And since we know that the student profile that we get is very I would say well read with a good degree, good exposure, good work experience. So how do you find yourself fit for the class, which has a very one of the best in the India cohort?
Sure. So if we talk about the exposure that I'm having is, according to me, is a decent exposure in the workx field, and there I closely observed the HR sector as well in our company, how the HRs were dealing, and that's why I took a break and I studied about HR. I read articles, books, even I did an internship recently in HR domain itself, where I just worked as a recruiter who was dealing in the recruiting and onboarding both the processes.
Okay,
We
Manav,
were
that those
just
are the things that we will be also teaching here. So what are the uh, what you will bring to the class. Like
So I'll I'll
in
be
our
having a
class,
better
people.
idea about what is going to be there in the curriculum, and I'll be able to share my
So
experience, what
how
I
can you
learned,
say, how you can say that you will have the better idea, because all the
because
students
I
are.
have a handy experience, like how the things works in a corporate.
So the
There
thing
will
is
be
that
freshers as
we
well
also
in the
get
batch who.
we also get 50% work experience, and we have students like they have done their graduation from a premium institute also, and also they have very good and versatile experience even in HR domain also. So they have knowledge of operations, few have knowledge of HR, few have knowledge of marketing. So now the point is, what extra or what distinction you will bring to the class.
I
So
think
by
that
saying just better will not suffice here.
the if we talk about my inquisitive policy, if I talk about related to my quick learning and grasping things, will be helping me to be a part of a really diverse group. There I'll be uh, putting my 100% efforts in learning and just experimenting or doing my internships as well in the fieldwork in the HR domain. So
So,
there I
so
can
how did you
there I
how
can
did
compete
you
with my hard work and my personality.
okay, so how did you understand, or how did you know that you are a quick learner? Give me some examples.
Sure. So while I was working in Policy Bazaar, there were multiple incidents then where I was able to just showcase my inquisitive personality and my quick learning skills. There was an incident when my team leader was on off for approximately a month due to health issues. There I was leading my whole team, and I was having a tenure of 8 months only at that time. And because of my quick learning, I was able to grasp the things related to making rosters of our team, taking shrinkage report and reporting to the manager, learning the new softwares, learning the KRAs and KPIs uh, of our team. So these things I learned while I was not responsible for these or not accountable for these things.
Okay. So what are the product that your company had, Policy Bazaar?
Okay, so our company was dealing in more than 10 products related to health insurance, term insurance, motor insurance, and other vehicle insurance. My department was term insurance. I was dealing in the term insurance sector.
Okay, and how did you start? How you pitched? Yeah, whenever you met new client, how did you pitch your product? So can you tell me the
So,
steps of pitching, or whatever new that you have developed there that you'll be doing in this way?
sure. So our process starts with the potential leads that we used to get in our system, and then we start with the call. On a call, first we start with a greeting, and then we start to analyze that what a customer is looking for first of all. Then, according to their need and eligibility, we used to provide them the best. I think something.
You are audible.
Okay. So on the basis of their need and their eligibility, we used to provide the best product because we were dealing in more than 17 to 18 companies. And then, from there, we used to suggest them and get the sales done over the call only.
Okay. So do you find that cold calling to people by getting numbers from different places, or buying numbers from other organization and cold calling them, is it a ethical practice, or it should not be there?
So cold calling data, if we are taking from legal sources, if we are purchasing them, then we can say it is for our business. So it is not that illegal or
So
not that
I was not talking
unethical.
about, matlab, I was not concerned about illegal or legal, okay, definition. It was more like ethical, unethical way.
So we are living in living in an era where data is the new oil, and if we are focusing on data related to their contact details, it is already available everywhere. So what we are not supposed to do is to spam, right? If we are doing the healthy marketing, healthy conversations are getting placed on the calls, then I don't think that it is unethical. But yeah, if our company is exploiting that leads, giving them spams, mails, and messages, then it is unethical for both the sides, from a customer's perspective as well, from the company's perspective as
Okay. So can you tell me any advantage of cold calling for the customer?
well. Cold calling, sir, is basically helps when we are not having the actual potential leads, and sometimes we can get the exponentially well results from the cold calling itself, because we never know what is from the next door. So it sometimes help us to achieve our targets and grow from our previous tasks to another task.
Okay. Sasank, if we'll go back to if I'll go back to your education that you have done BCom. So what were the subject which you liked most?
So it was mainly business studies and the economics that I was uh, pretty indulged into.
So can you quote some of the important learning of economics which you found which you find very useful in real life also?
So in business studies, there were many chapters related to the organization, how the organizations
So I,
work.
I'm, I was I was asking about economics.
Sorry,
I was asking about economics.
economics.
Mm.
Okay, in economics, when I learned about the things related to my uh, the macroeconomics, where we are dealing on the macro level, there was a chapter related to the elasticity that was there, and in macroeconomics we are supposed to focus on the elastic and non-elastic demands, and that was something which gave me a practical idea that how the human function and how the rational choices are made.
Okay, so can you elaborate what is demand elasticity?
Demand is elasticity is that when other factors change related to price or other factors related to their quality, so how the demand reflects or demand reacts, it is the demand elasticity. If the demand is not changing, then it is elastic, means the basic needs of a person, like for example, if we talk about the commodities like uh, food and food related items which are really necessary for daily use, they have a very inelastic demand. We cannot change it by just a slight change in the price or the quality.
So if I'll ask you to point out any particular product which is inelastic in nature with respect to price, so what it would be?
So salt, if we talk about,
And
and
some more
wheat,
wheat.
grains, pulses.
Okay, okay, Sank. So when coming while preparing for postgraduate program, what other exams did you appear?
So I appeared for CAT and test.
No other exams?
No, sir, I was about to go for Accelerize that, but I was not able to.
Okay. So in TISS you did apply for HR only.
Yes, sir.
So why it is so?
So because it was the only thing that gave me a sense of passion or sense of calling, that it is something that I should be doing. I was not that much interested in other courses.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your CAT score?
So CAT score was not that good. It was around 76 percentile.
76. So what if you will not get selected in TISS HR?
And
Because you have
test.
already taken one complete year to prepare for tests or other exams, and now it's high time to either join a college or thinking whatever you can do otherwise. So what will happen if you will not get TISS HR?
So from the very beginning, when I started my preparation, my first target was test only, and that's why I just prepared wholeheartedly for test only. If I get selected, that's well and good. I'll be just going further with a lot of things, and it will playing a very important and crucial part in my life. And if I don't get selected, I'll just continue and give it another shot this year in December and January.
Okay. So do you find this HR program is worth like you'll be preparing for 2 years, then again 2 year will be the coursework. So is it worth to give 4 years for a program or for a post-graduation program?
So, if we talk about the on the basis of curriculum and exposure, it is totally worth it because the diverse curriculum that TISS is having and the immense exposure that it is giving with the internship and fieldworks and MGO stint, it is really worth it. If and in the part time, I'm also working for full time, and it is parallelly helping me to have my experience on my hand.
Okay, so since you talked about diversity in curriculum, so what are the things that you found in curriculum which makes it diverse?
So, if we start with the foundation course, it is related to learning about the society. Second, it will be going further with the finance and marketing. Then it will be going in detail with the HR and labor laws. And they have elective subjects related to business analytics, talent acquisition, which will be giving them the touch with the technology as well. So it is having all
More
the
or
four
less,
sectors.
almost every program of HR have the same course structure. So why
Not
it is a
every program, sir. Mostly they are having the HR related subjects and the subjects related to basic to finance and marketing.
no, matlab like if you go for a complete MBA HR, do you know which are the other institute provides you a complete MBA HR or specialized HR specialized in waste program?
Yes, sir.
Which are they?
So Acceleri is in the list.
Oh.
SCHMRD is in the list. IM Rachi is in the list. And yeah, these three I just
So
can remember who are in
all
the
these
top in the list.
programs also have almost the same things that we do provide. So whatever you told me about.
So
So
if we talk about the comparison, there are the comparison in terms of the exposure, the four fieldworks that we'll be having at test. Apart from this, there is one dissertation, which is evidence-based research, which will be getting done by our own uh, students who are doing their research on every semester. They will be adding to it, and it will be on our own topic that we like, and we can explore our own self as well in this dissertation. And one NGO stint, which will be giving the sense of social sensitivity towards the society. These things make it
so why
give it an edge
HR why HR assistants should be sensitized towards social issues?
because we are going to deal with a very huge audience which will be having a direct impact on the society. If we talk about if we are working in an organization with 5 to 10,000 or 20,000 employees, we are going to directly indulge with them and we are going to deal with them on a daily basis, and they are a part of a society. So it is important on this side. On the other side, if we talk about organization, if they are dealing in a society, they have their social responsibilities and duties to get done. So HR is the person who will be taking care and who will be balancing both the things, where there should be the profits, and parallelly there should be the social duties that an organization should be having related to their work culture, related to their uh, campaigns that they are having for the society in general.
Okay. So you stay in Mathura, which is in UP.
Yes,
So can you tell me the regional or not regional, the neighborhood issues that you find in any regional issue, not sorry, it's a neighborhood issue that you see very much prevalent in your town or in your area.
so regional issues mostly happen like Mathura and Vrindavan is a tourist place. So in the tourist season, there are issues related to the cleanliness and hygiene, which the government has to take care of. Second thing that I face related to the infrastructure.
Oh.
that
So
we are still lacking being one of the most visited tourist place in India after Agra and Varanasi. So it should be having that much level of infrastructure to just gain the more tourist attraction.
okay, so when you talked about cleanliness, so we are very like we love being clean, and even our culture respects cleanliness. And the government initiatives has also been there since last many years to like Swachh Bharat, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan with. So what do we lack? How we are not? Why we are not able to make our places, our cities, our town clean yet?
So the issue that we are facing is the mentality that on if I talk about personally, if we are having this campaign going on and we are sitting in front of TV, we'll be talk about it. We will definitely talk about it, that how should it be done, how we should be practicing this. But when it comes to the society, when we are talking with our friends and we are hanging out with them and we are hanging out with the family, we skip this awareness, or we get subconsciously do these things. So what we have to do, that we have to aware them that much that even on the subconscious sides they do the things that are required, not just lose the spirit of this hygiene.
Okay. So last question for you, Sasank. Whatever you have learned before this program or before today in your work experience or while studying. So what are the major learning that is going to be uh, that will help you in HR program?
So, like I mentioned in this, we are having the curriculum which will be giving me the corporate as well as the social exposure towards the society. Second, with four field works, I'll be having a lot of learning from the directly from the company. Apart from this, the peer-to-peer group learning will be there, where with the diverse batch, with the diverse background, I'll be learning a lot of things from their experience. And the dissertation I mentioned, it will be helping me to explore my own self, that what I
No,
am interested
I was
in.
asking I was asking about what have you learned before which are going to help you in this course.
Okay, so we are talking about the previously what I have learned for the HR course is that I did two certifications in HR through LinkedIn. I did an internship. I read about articles, books related to HR, which gave me a decent sense of understanding what an HR does.
Okay. Okay. Thank
So
you,
it will
Sasank.
be helping me out to made my mind for the better understanding, better learning, and I'm already having this sense that if I'm getting the opportunity to work with learning and development teams, that there will be a lot of things that I'll be dealing with directly with the leadership and other skills that is required to be a
Okay. Okay.
better
Thank you, Sasank.
coordinator.
संक
Sure.
ये
Thank you.
पॉइंट ये है कि ऐसे तो तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू अच्छा है, मोर देन एवरेज, एवव एवरेज, और बट आई वोंट से इट बेस्ट बिकॉज कुछ टर्मिनोलॉजीज, कुछ कंटेंट, कुछ एनालॉजीज मिसिंग होती हैं कई बार, है ना? तो इन्हीं में मतलब योर इंटायर प्रोफाइल एंड knowledge that you have, your ambition is okay. बट कहाँ पे आप एज ले सकते हो इज लाइक, जैसे अगर आपसे कोई पूछता है कि व्हाई डू फाइंड योरसेल्फ फिट फॉर द कोर्स, है ना, वेयर ऑल अदर पीपल, तो यू कैन जस्ट गिव योर अदर देन एजुकेशनल बैकग्राउंड also, like you have been involved in sports or a number of other things, है ना? कुछ तो किया होगा ना तुमने इसके अलावा भी, पढ़ाई के अलावा भी, या फिर अगर तुम ओपन से कर रहे थे तो what were the activity you were involved in? ये क्या था, तुम क्या करते थे?
तो इससे पहले मेरा मतलब 12th के बाद आई वाज focusing on my skills, basically learning English, and then I was also preparing for SSC in banking. Then in 2018, I shifted to Gurgaon for job.
अच्छा, मतलब तुम इस कॉलेज के साथ प्रिपरेशन ही कर रहे थे?
Yes, sir.
ओके, और कहाँ पे रह के?
मथुरा में, sir.
मथुरा में ही रह के। एनीवे मतलब कुछ तुमको वो वाले चीज अपार्ट फ्रॉम एजुकेशन डालना पड़ेगा, अगर तुम स्पोर्ट्स या किसी तरह की एक्टिविटीज में इन्वॉल्व हो तो। और दूसरा जो लीडरशिप वाली बात जो तुमने बाद में बोली, है ना, दैट यू कुड हैव एडेड देयर, कि डिस्पाइट माय वर्क एक्स वाज नॉट वेरी, वाज नॉट ऑन वेरी, मतलब लाइक टेक्निकल प्रोफाइल, है ना, बट इट इन्वॉल्व very diverse exposure. It gave me very diverse exposure, and one which was leadership, because HR function के साथ साथ उसमें एक leadership भी बहुत बड़ा component होता है. So many people who have studied in a good colleges or good program, or they might have work experience in a good company, but leadership exposure कम होता है. तो वहाँ पे तुम बता सकते थे. और लास्ट में व्हाट हैव यू लर्न टिल दिस टाइम, उसको थोड़ा और मेथोडोलॉजिकल बना सकते थे तुम, अपनी कॉलेज के लर्निंग का कुछ कंपोनेंट लेकर, और वर्क एक्सपीरियंस के लर्निंग का कोई कंपोनेंट लेकर, डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड विद।
सर आपका वॉइस बहुत स्लो था, मैं
अच्छा,
उसमें कंफ्यूज हो गया कि वो बिफोर था या उसके
नहीं वो तो
लेटेस्ट
ठीक है,
एजुकेशन।
उसके बाद भी मतलब यू कुड हैव डन इन अ वे जैसे कि ये सीखा हमने जो ये इसमें यहाँ काम आएगा, और यू यू कैन ऑल्सो एक्सप्लेन अबाउट योर exposure of society, है ना, you have lived in a place where multiple culture exist because many tourists come to that place. तो वो तुम थोड़ा वैसे एक्सपोजर को भी बता सकते हो कि डाइवर्सिटी को भी तुम मैनेज कर पाओगे आगे चल के। तो इट्स अबाउट,
ओके
जैसे
सर।
एचआर में होता है ना, लीडरशिप, डाइवर्सिटी, एम्पैथी टू पीपल, ट्रेनिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट, तो उससे रिलेटेड चीजें वहां से पीछे से निकाल के लाके उसमें ऐड वो करना होता है। ठीक है,
यस सर।
बाकी सब ठीक था। मार्क्स अगर मैं दूंगा तो वो लगभग 70 के आसपास तो हो ही जाएगा, है ना, वाइल व्हाट आई वाज राइटिंग हियर। प्रेजेंटेशन सही है तुम्हारा, एनालिटिकल स्किल्स भी ठीक ठाक है, कंटेंट भी ओके है तुम्हारा। हाँ, नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी और जो उसमें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट तुम छोड़ दिए हो, वो था कि प्राइमरी एजुकेशन पे उन्होंने इस बार बहुत फोकस किया है, और तभी दे हैव डिवाइडेड द एजुकेशन, जैसे पहले 10+2+3 होता था, नाउ इट इज 5+3+3, ऐसे करके इन्होंने शुरू किया है।
यस सर।
तो हाँ, तो कुछ इस तरह के कुछ पॉइंट्स हैं, थोड़ा करंट अफेयर्स और पढ़ लो, और इस पे थोड़ा ध्यान देना कि थोड़ा और डेप्थ चाहिए होगा आंसर में, बिकॉज एवरी क्वेश्चन हैज अंडरनीथ मीनिंग इन इट। तो जब हम रिलेट करने के लिए बोलते हैं तो बहुत एचआर कंपोनेंट से तुम्हारी लर्निंग को रिलेट करने के लिए बोलते हैं। ठीक
ओके
है,
सर।
चलो।
तो मतलब सर हर क्वेश्चन में एक थोड़ा सा एचआर का एंगल देना पड़ेगा?
ना 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 ना, वो तो बिल्कुल नहीं बोल रहा हूँ मैं, है ना। व्हाट आई एम टेलिंग यू, जैसे मैंने तुमसे स्पेशली पूछा था एंगल देने के लिए, मैंने ये बोला था कि तुमने पीछे जो सीखा है वो एचआर में कैसे हेल्प करेगा। तो यहाँ तो मैं
यस
दे
सर।
रहा हूँ ना, एंगल तो मैं दे रहा हूँ कि भाई एचआर के डिफरेंट कंपोनेंट का नाम लेके, या लर्निंग के जो भी कंपोनेंट्स है उसका नाम लेके सर। तो यू टॉक्ड अबाउट, देखो मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ, यू टॉक्ड अबाउट सोशल सेंसिटाइजेशन वाली बात। सो यू कैन टेल दैट योर एक्सपोजर इन मथुरा वृंदावन, क्योंकि somehow इस छोटे शहरों में कास्टिज्म और जो सोशल इश्यूज है आप ज्यादा देख पाते हो बड़े शहरों के रिस्पेक्ट में। सो यू हैव सीन द प्रॉब्लम्स एंड यू नो व्हाट आर द रीजन बिहाइंड, तो ये आप रिलेट कर सकते हो। फिर तुमने बोला कि लेबर स्टडीज वगैरह भी होता है। सो यू आर लिविंग इन अ सिटी जहाँ पे जो काम करने वाले हैं वो लेबर लाइक स्ट्रक्चर ही है, जैसे आईटी कंपनीज तो है नहीं बहुत ज्यादा वहाँ पे। तो जो भी
यस
काम
सर।
करने वाले, तो यू नो द प्लाइट, यू नो द not feeling, I will say, you know the life of labor। ठीक है, फिर एचआर में हम पढ़ते हैं डाइवर्सिटी और पीपल मैनेजमेंट। तो सिंस यू हैव बीन इन मथुरा, है ना, तो ऐसा नहीं था कि केवल एजुकेशन से लेके आना है, वो भी तो
यस
मथुरा
सर।
में यार आपने डाइवर्स कल्चर के लोगों को देखा, तो इस तरह से तुम्हें ना वहां पे रिलेट करना था। ये इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि तुम्हें हर क्वेश्चन में एचआर डालना है
यस सर।
ना। और जो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन था, जैसे व्हाई डू यू फिट फॉर दिस प्रोग्राम, वहां तो डालना ही पड़ेगा ना, बिकॉज वहां तो हम प्रोग्राम के रिस्पेक्ट में बात कर रहे हैं।
राइट
तो
राइट।
वहाँ पे अब चूंकि तुमको पता है कि हाँ भाई एजुकेशन को हम पोर्ट्रे नहीं कर सकते, योर एजुकेशन इज एज इक्विवेलेंट टू अदर पीपल हु हैव स्टडीड फ्रॉम आईआईटी और एनआईटी और अदर कॉलेजेस, बट
यस
यू
सर।
तुम अपने लर्निंग को और वर्सिटिलिटी को ला सकते हो। तो आउट अपार्ट फ्रॉम एजुकेशन व्हाट यू हैव डन, you can bring that in the book. And you have also prepared for SSC and banking, which gives you an edge in aptitude. तो वो भी तुम बता सकते हो। ठीक
ओके
है।
सर।
हम्म।
ठीक है।
तो ऐसे करके तुम
श्योर सर।
ओ, एक
तो
मिनट
इसके अलावा एक्सटेम्पोर के लिए अगर कुछ थोड़ा सा प्रिपरेशन होगा ना?
एक्सटेम्पोर के लिए देखो